All right, there we go. I think it was Obi, so I hope Obi was able to graduate there on a closing trade. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So good. We'll get another graduate on there, and hopefully we can watch Obi start to shine. Okay, hey, all right, end of the week.
Oh yeah.
So what a wild week it was there. Ended. Actually, you know what? I'm muted. No, I'm not muted. Oh, Adair is muted. Oh, your mic died. Okay. I just want to see here on the week if we. All right, I'll just keep talking.
Sorry.
All right, throw over my screen. All right, right here. So on the week, the NASDAQ, again, like we had a big move to the downside here on the Qs, right? For sure. We went into 440, 442. But right there, 450, right back. So where we started, we basically end. So a little bit of violence coming through this week, up to 460 there. We had CPI, did PCE today, as it comes through. Nice move in, and then what a recovery. You want to talk about a recovery on the day?
Some people are excited.
No, but it's like, you know, when we're on, everyone's quiet in the background, but, you know, when it's a different situation, we'll keep going. They're excited. So they're excited.
Hi, Brendan.
And that was Brendan. So, all right. So here we go. Just really quickly here, the NASDAQ. I just want to talk about the rebalance here of the day for NASDAQ, right? I mean, look at the day that started. We were really getting ripped to the downside, right? Major moves down on the NASDAQ. Again, the market slumped for the second day in a row, as we thought, but then the NASDAQ right now is flat on the day. So again, the Fed's preferred index gauge today, PCE, came out at 8:30 to get things rolling, and it was worse, right? Came out at 35.4, a multi-year low for Chicago PMI. PCE came out flat, so the PMI lower, sort of giving, I guess, worry into the market again. With a flat PCE, you think that the Fed maybe possibly stopping the rate hikes, potentially giving us that one rate move downside, but the market just rebounded the whole way back into the close. A lot of that was started with Nvidia. It touched that bottom. Nice little wick candle down there at 1070, closing the day at the 200 period for the 3-minute chart. So that really started to go. CRM gave people good feels today. We had a bad day yesterday, Adara, but CRM up 7 points today, 7% straight up to the upside. Some of these indexes, energy leads the way today. Look at XLE just take off into the end of the day. Look at XOP again, gas exploration, nice upside move there on gas. Again, real estate upside today. So the yield must have flipped intraday there because the move started to get going in and around noon, and it never stopped. Berk B has been hit. Berkshire up 1 and a bit. Starting to battle back as well. I guess not hit that much. The bank ETF, XLF, gets a bounce today. I mean, everything going. KRE, some of the beat up names back upside there. Silver down. When you get everything else up, you know, makes sense that silver and gold, some of the safe haven, probably copper as well. If we find out there's copper right there, downside as well today. As yields and rates come back into play, we talked about the US dollar today as well. Some of these, you know, flight to safety names are going to come back in, right? And plus we had a little bit of weakness there from China today as well. So that's not going to help copper. SMH down. So if you're going to say, you know, where maybe was there some weakness today, definitely in the chip names as SMH makes a move down there, breaking through 240, but at the end of the day, coming back and holding. I mean, even the recovery on this was pretty dramatic, up to 234, 235. You mentioned today for your, weed names up 1.3%. That's nice. You mentioned today that this was one of your favorite days live. Was it your most successful day?
This was my most successful day, P&L-wise, and also just like emotionally. I am actually really excited to say I was 8 for 8 today.
8 for 8?
Yeah.
We never get that kind of talk.
Yeah, I was like honestly really shocked. And it wasn't even like I was planning on trading 8 names. Like I know it was a lot of names, but basically a lot of it was just I had these Mag 7 names up and I liked setup, so I take 1 or 2 trades. That Tesla short I took at the end of the midday I was really happy with. When we had that 176 breakdown, I said I wanted that for a while. I was a little bit scared to take it because I was like, I don't want to mess up my P&L, but I remembered confidence, I remembered conviction.
Way to
said,
go,
yeah. You really want this trade, take this trade. So I took like 40 pennies with it and I was really happy with that. So yeah, shout out to being confident, and I really want to thank you, Shawn. I want to thank everyone here in this community, Neil, Brendan, Shawn, Sharif, everyone in the back as well. But I think like being on the market recap has really helped my confidence.
Just thanking me is probably good enough.
Well, I just think
we only have so much airtime here, so just
being in the market recap. Sorry, being in the market recap, those honestly really helped my confidence in my trading.
Yeah, I'm just playing around, of course, and that's the thing. Also, an important thing that you guys are doing, and make sure that everybody checks every single day, the midday show.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, that's the lessons that we're talking about. I'm gonna go find that. I'll find it, but can you send me the link to the Freedom and Wealth? If you have it up there right now, I can just search for it, but that would be good. We'll put that up right now. We do have a podcast dropping tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure you do find that right now. Shawn has to change his style. What kind of style? Hey, what's up, Plumwood? Hey, anybody that's here right now, yeah, great job, Adara says, take profit, Tom.
Thank you guys.
Disregard the bear. Yeah, today we were bearish for sure today. I just didn't believe that move up. It's gonna happen. I don't know what else to tell everybody. I mean, the fact that Adair is up today is great. We'll get Sharif back in live mode, hopefully soon. He was talking about having to do that compliance test. I got the warning too, that my 1 year is up.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So I better do that ASAP, because I don't even trade into sim mode. I couldn't do it. After being years and years positive, I do know that going back makes some sense. I would just lower the share size.
Yeah.
For me, but still good there. Yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here as our last show of the week. We'll just recap some of the stuff that happened this week, right? There are some big moves that happened. I want to go over possible breakouts that I think for next week. You know what a good trade for next week, I believe, is right now? GME.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually talked about this. We'll put out the week ahead. We'll put some trade ideas out right there for the week ahead. I just think GameStop right here, if we're going to talk about breaking some levels, I mean, this $20 mark right there has held. So I like that level. And if we draw another little line up here, potentially, still got to figure out how to use this. I've got to click it again. This GameStop right here, breaking through the level that we sort of been bouncing off against, $23. You're in a little bit of a zone right now, and you get this little cup with this handle forming. You could get a nice little upside move in GameStop. And again, it doesn't take much to move this name up 25% short float. Feel like that's growing. The more people that sort of doubt what's been happening in GameStop, the more of a chance it has to go higher. So I like GameStop right here, holding the 200, holding the 50. I know you got to hold it a little bit down into 20 bucks, but for me, the risk to reward on this, buy off the open if we can get 21 or 22 on Monday, and I think your bottom would be 20. And if you really think you can hold, maybe 18, but then I upside targeted this 26. So I think if we can keep going, Adara, this 26 is a level. It was sort of where we opened before we ramped up to 80 bucks, and then we came back in, held it for a day, then dropped in. So I like it on the gap higher, $26 right there, that high for GameStop next week. That's what I'm trying to do into that. We had big couple trades at the end of the day. So that's what can happen when we get those rebalances, right? And so
this is crazy
that could have been part of what sparked some of that move. And that's where you got to research. You got to figure out what kind of plays you're looking for there into that recap for the closing for MSCI. So great little move there. We were way too bearish into AMD at the end of the day. I just didn't think that this was, now it falls back in a little bit. That's okay. But anyways, coming right back up. We liked 168 short. We wrote that down on the sticky note. I just thought coming back up that we could trust some of these levels, 166 and change. Once we blew past that, we should have left it alone. And we did, but we already took our lumps. It was a big move back up for AMD. I didn't think we would get positive on this name today.
Me neither.
We basically did. And yeah, what a huge move early. Adara, we dropped from 169 all the way down to 160.50 with that wick bottom of 160 exactly. And then we ripped back up $7.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, that's the thing. And that's why we love this market. No matter what you made or lost today, you can make or lose it on Monday.
That's what's so fun. And it also, too, is everyone was like laughing at, they were like, oh, the green suit, maybe we'll go green. And I was like, oh, sure. And then we ended up going green. That's what's so crazy.
I talked about that with you earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess you're thinking of a green day. And you're like, well, you just like the blazer. But it turned out to be.
Maybe the premise.
But you know what? You were dead wrong early, man. That was a bad. I mean, the market was almost down 2%
yeah,
there. But
I thought I was like, looked like a bit of a fool in this little green blazer here. And then the market's to the downside. But as we know the markets like to do, they switched it up, and this was such a fun day to trade and be a part of. And I hope
If you could
everyone
trade
else
2
is-
stocks moving forward, which 2 would they be?
like only 2.
Yeah, if I said to you, Adara, next week, you could trade only 2 names.
Okay. Tesla, because I have so much fun trading that.
Yep.
And I think the way that I scalp, I think is kind of conducive to Tesla. And then my second one, okay. It would probably be an ETF, because I feel like those are, again, really good for scalping
right,
and
which
for practicing.
one?
Probably the SPY. Because
SPY,
I had some
okay.
okay SPY trades today, so yeah, I'll take the
Yeah, look, I can, we got, I don't know what the definition, what's up to never, always, sever. Never, always, sever. Yeah, okay. Get blown out. Yeah, I mean, AMD was bad. You guys saw me shorting that all the way up. We wind up taking a decent hit on AMD at the end of the day, but honestly, man, I mean, a hit is a hit.
Hit's a hit.
You know, you don't do this for this long. I don't really have a stop order because we've made a lot of money with real trading, and my account is treated sometimes a little differently. We have stop orders, but we really trust in our ability to make money back, and we've proven that day after day.
Oh yeah, I remember that your Nvidia day where you were down and then you ended up up on the day on it.
and year
That was
after
like-
year. So, you know, it always sucks if you do end the day red. Which we did do, which is fine. I mean, I think there was, before those closing trades, I know you were green, there was maybe 2 or 3 green traders.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But, I mean, a lot of
Everyone
traders,
at the end of the day, yeah.
Yeah. There were some big trades at the end of the day. But, and we'll talk about this on the podcast. Did someone send me the link or they sent it to you? I want to start
I have the
advertising.
link. I'll send it to you.
I just want to, I want to show it. But there
It's
it
on
is.
my
But
screen as well.
at the end of the day, you're not going to achieve, and by the way, go like, subscribe, get a part of this, because Brendan, myself, Adara, the whole team here, Fabian, Ramin, everybody working super hard, and we actually spent, you see that, you love the table in there?
Oh yeah, I have so much fun recording in there. Fabian and I are recording the weekend with the week ahead in there on the
Okay, so
table,
people
chilling.
can get a chance to see everything, but it's spent a lot of work and a lot of time on that,
yeah.
and the whole thing about it is like, what we do here is trading, and we'll show you the trades, and they're intraday trades. You know, it's getting in, it's getting out, it's trying to trade for a living, it's trying to trade to earn some income. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the big picture of everything that you do.
Of course.
And you might have had a great day today, a great month, but at the end of the day, it's your first month live, right? Your first complete full month. What day did you go live?
I went live mid to late April, so this is my first full month live. And I
Perfect.
do not know how it went, but there's always June.
Want me to look it up? No, I don't want.
I think I'm down on the month. I'm going to be really
You are
honest,
down on
but
the month.
Yeah, I am.
But
keep going.
No, but this is the whole idea.
Yeah.
Is whether or not you're up or down on the month for your first month live, and then get those good feels.
Yeah.
Like you end the month with your best day.
You're right. That's a good way of looking at it.
You see?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about, Adara. It's about good feels. It's about producing what you can do today, tomorrow. All the best traders out there have had horrible runs. You know? But at the end of the day, it takes a couple good ideas, a couple good trades, and you can get right back in the saddle.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to talk about an idea that I had as well. I think Amazon is going to be in a little bit of trouble.
I thought that too on the daily. Yeah.
I like the daily chart on this one as well. Look at Amazon coming back in right there, breaking below the 50-period moving average. It's been pretty bad for a minute. 1, 2, 3 3 green days of the last 7. Nice downside push. Just looking at Amazon here, thinking that potentially we could get a stop zone here around 175. It was nice to see this bottom wick today of Amazon come into 174. Let me just double check that was what happened today. Yeah, 174. Wow, okay. So again, a nice look down to the downside there. And if you're smart enough to have thought that this, I don't know if it's smart, I don't know if the word is smart, but if you had that gumption to think that this market was turning around, Amazon today hits it down there, goes all the way back to April 19th. That's the level, comes back in again May 1st. But look what's going to happen, Adara. If you lose this level on Monday or next week, I'm going to talk about tomorrow's trade today, and that is a break lower of this 173.50 area on Amazon, just leaving this little candle as an island, and that's a lonely place to be, but it's about to get some more visitors, because if Amazon can make it into here, then I do think that it breaks this and potentially fills the gap into 160. So we could have a banger of a trade come on Amazon next week. So let's definitely have a good look on that one. And here it is right here. I mean, I know CompuCare team, you were talking to me earlier and you saw me shorting Nvidia, I think. You saw me also on the long on Apple. So let's not get things completely twisted here. We did have some winning trades. But at the end of the day, he's thankful to me, but to the whole team for learning and listening on some of these strategies. So I just think that's, you got to find out what you're doing. We had Mike Edward from True Trading Group talking about support and resistance.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, you can short that meta, get out of it, and then when you have that rip back up in the end of the day, hopefully you're only holding that 20, 25%. So you made money on the first piece, lost on the second. It is what it is. Hey, Justin Etheridge made some money on some dollar club plays there as well. So that's good. Should you start to worry, Bonkzilla? Worry about what? I don't think you need too much to worry about. And we just talked about that with Adara on the Freedom and Wealth podcast. So make sure you do definitely check that out.
Check it out.
All right, just real quickly here. Do we want to go over the heat map to look over some individual names? Adara, why don't you get a story ready? You talk about something in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Let me just go over some brief names right here. As we had, that's good. I like that. We'll do roll call. We'll do roll call at the end. Right there. Okay, there's Amazon. We just highlighted that right now. Down 1.61% today. We did have some big moves though in some of the consumer discretionary names, including retail names. XRT. Where are they on here? Wow, Disney up 2%. That's nice, but that's not what I'm looking for. I don't actually see it on here, so we may have to call it to our own. I wanted to bring attention to Gap today, which had a huge move up. So let's just talk about that quickly. Gap on good earnings. Look at that. You want to talk about a gap? Yeah.
Oh.
Nice move to the upside, $29. Gap coming back to the upside there. Nordstrom's JWN as well on some possible takeover news. DELL goes the other way to the downside, Adara. You had that on the recap show last night with Neil. But yeah, nice downside news. Drop in Amazon led by its car segment. Like, what is that, Zooks? You have a story about that? What?
All I know is apparently Amazon Zooks on the day, but basically, yeah, as far as I know, there was something, they're trying to probe into some concerns about them crashing. I believe it's like a self-driving type thing as well. I'm gonna get, oh yeah, okay, so it's autonomous. It is a subsidiary of Amazon developing autonomous driving. Okay,
so yeah, so some downside worries about that. You know, we saw Apple actually get out of the way of the whole electric car business. There was talks for a while that that Apple wanted to get involved with either Hyundai or a Kia or GM or something wrapped up there with their car project, but then they decided to focus where they should, I think, on something that matters and building their business, the wearables, getting AI into it, improving Siri. I just wonder if Amazon, again, some of these, and we saw Google with Waymo getting involved with some of that. So there is some opportunity there. It's just autonomous driving. When I think about that, I just think about Tesla, maybe potentially incorrect, but they're leading the way there. Apple right now, that run to Apple and Tesla, we had that discussion going back, which is going to hit $200 first. I mean, Apple right now, this looks like one of the best charts from the big tech names. If we can come over to this, thanks. Who's flipping over there? Ramin, thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, look at this level of 192. I mean, it keeps on getting supported at 190, a couple dip buys over the last 3 days, and then today's wick down to 190. If you look at that, we had this bottom right there. We didn't think it was going all the way up. We got most of it out at 191 and didn't actually have this all the way up, but still, a nice bottom take there. I think we can call up our chart to show you, but Apple holding 190. But in just how different a day can be, because you can look at a daily chart and again, understand your style of trade. Like 90 looks so great there, but why would have you waited? When the day opened at 193, you're not expecting it to fall back into 190. So you have to be patient on some of these plays. I think this breakout, just like we liked Amazon downside through 174, I really like Apple breaking this 193 because once it breaks there, it doesn't really mean anything back here. So I would think it at least goes this 195, 196 area. Thinking I have $2 clean to Apple. It's 52-week high. It didn't break 2 bills, but it got really close to that, an intraday at 199.60.
Oh.
You think we break 200 next week?
I don't know about next week. I think it'd be more interesting to see what we do at the end of next week, maybe on Friday heading into that Monday's WWDC. So sorry, next Monday, June 10th. That
Oh my God, you
developer
scared me. I thought
conference.
that was this Monday.
Sorry, I should have made that clear. The developer conference
June
next
10.
Monday. So that should be, I think, really spicy to see what we have to do there with Apple, because it could be a sell the news type event. We've seen what's happened to some of the other events. PayPal shocked the world to the downside by falling on their event. Meta Connect last year was notably a sell-off, right? So you really have to wait and see what happens. I think it'll be interesting to watch regardless.
I think it's going to be big. I think you want to get
yeah.
long on that one for sure. Oh no, why do I have an Uber notification? Oh no. Sometimes that means my son is taking Ubers everywhere, and I have to make sure that he's not. No, he's not. They're saying be vacation ready.
I got that notification
You did?
as well, yeah.
What does that mean? Is that for rental cars?
No, I think it's just like trying to advertise, like, do this thing with Uber, do that thing with Uber. Uber has that.
Yeah.
Uber.
So that's the thing. I like Uber. I think that there is some levers they can pull. You can rent cars over there. You can deliver packages with Uber. They have that Uber Freight. You can share rides now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you could always do that, but I think it's a cheaper, unbelievable way to travel if you want to travel with strangers.
I love the way you
Share your
ended
ride.
that. Yeah.
Share your ride.
Why not? Why not?
And I don't know. For me, whatever. All right. So, a couple important events next week.
Oh, yeah.
Nvidia split. So isn't that the 10th as well?
So they start trading post-split on the 10th, but they do split on Friday, next Friday.
So absolutely unbelievable coming through. And then we talked about GameStop coming out. Next week, we do have earnings for them June 11th. So that's not next week, but just heading in. We're going to get a lot of developed next week. Do you remember any big names that are reporting next week?
CrowdStrike, Lulu. Those are my two main ones.
All right, yeah, good. I should have called this up I didn't realize you'd have it so fast. CrowdStrike, so that was a name that I had up right here. Good call on that one. Look at the dip into the 50-period moving average for CrowdStrike coming on June 4th, which I believe is Tuesday.
I believe.
Let me check this thing out here.
It's this.
It is Tuesday afternoon. Post-market comes CrowdStrike as, hey, I still use that calendar feature. You know, your taskbar?
Yeah.
You have the calendar at the bottom, so that's something that's pretty old school that we still use. But CrowdStrike, again, falling back down in. Again, I like PanW, but there's a lot of hype around CRWD. Relatively new name into the market, but protecting against internet security, protecting data, protecting files, encryption, things like that. Again, if you think about where we are in the world, this is why I like a Palantir. This is why I like a CrowdStrike. This is why we like PanW. And it's just about going through some ideas that make sense macro.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You have wars happening. You have the election coming through. I don't know if you remember the last time Mr. Trump ran for president, but we had some issues there with messages coming through on Facebook and different stories being either falsified. And you know what? With AI being what it is right now, you could AI generate a picture of anything you want. I remember a couple years ago, even during the riots of, unfortunately, the Capitol there, June 6th, they had crazy pictures that just aren't true.
Yeah.
And the problem is, whether or not you're excited about the election or not, the market's going to move on things that are either said during debates, potential hacks into the Republican Party, Democratic Party. This is what's going to happen. So I want to hear what CrowdStrike has to say. And honestly, this little pullback from 355 into 313, I mean, that's a 360 top. You're going to lose right now almost $60 on 360. I mean, that's a move down of 15% for CrowdStrike. I think it may be worth buying on some of those dips. But let's wait for earnings. You don't want to step in front of an earnings train, because look what happened to PanW. I just want to remind everybody of that. PanW was up here and cruising before they reported, and you lost $100 at the blink of an eye, down almost 28% or something that day on PanW. And look what's happening right now. The whole sector falling back in. It's funny that you mentioned the SPY, because the NASDAQ is still holding up.
Oh, yeah.
We are not that far away, guys, from actually having... Like, that move down today was bought up, but what if it wasn't? You know, a 200-period move down to the NASDAQ isn't unheard of, because I already said today, you could get a 20% correction in Nvidia. And Nvidia's top, when we talked about this, was 1150. So 20% off of 1150, you scratch out $150, you're down to 1,000. That's 10%. Then you got to take off another $100 off of that. Then you're down into 900. So right here is 20% down for Nvidia. I think that gap could easily get filled. It just takes one headline, potentially out of China, or the Biden administration talking something about limiting Nvidia's potential sale outside of the United States. So that's going to be a big problem for Nvidia. But today they turned the machines on AMD at the end of the day, Adara.
Ooh,
And that was something that was...
It was a crazy one to watch.
Yeah. It's a summer of love, says Justin Time. What are your plans this weekend?
My plans this weekend? I mean, knowing, how I live my life, probably a lot of napping. But I do have, we got some stuff to get done. Dentist appointment, some laundry, and definitely also looking to do some writing. What about you?
Sounds exciting.
Thank you. Hopefully.
Yeah, writing. I mean, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, we're just packed up again this weekend. So I actually got golfing with my 12-year-old. So we're going to be going.
Fun.
Yeah, so he practices out on the range tomorrow morning. He's got lessons.
That's cool.
And then we booked a little 9 holes, so it should take us a couple hours.
Yeah.
We'll golf through that tomorrow evening.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so we have a game tomorrow morning. So that should be a lot of fun. Baseball game with my daughter. And then she has hockey in the afternoon. And then we go
Kids are
golf.
so busy. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's awesome.
So we have a lot planned, but hopefully some chill out time. I want to try to catch. I haven't watched a movie in forever.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
So maybe there'll be something on Netflix or something like that. Let's do a little trader talk quickly. So who traders are we going to talk to? I mean, we have Adara and myself here. But I'm not going to talk to Adara. I just did. I'm going to talk to the top 10 traders from yesterday.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So that's roll call. Not yet. Not yet. We'll have roll call in a minute. Not yet. I'm not taking. Oh, we have questions today? No, we're not doing Q&A.
Sorry, I'll take off the Q&A. I wasn't sure.
That's my bad.
That's my bad. I have a question for you, though, actually.
In a minute.
In a minute. So.
Yesterday.
My bad.
Yesterday's top traders from Real Trading. Obi, do we have good news or what? Okay,
Perhaps.
We're not celebrating. We have T+1. We need settlements, yada, 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 yada. We'll celebrate later. I once heard someone told me, yeah, it was never get the champagne till after the fact because you get something early and it's a jinx.
Yeah, it's hard.
Say jinx.
Jinx.
All right. So what are we doing? All right, 22,800 right there. And we mean 22,000. So how do I F11 this? By pushing F11? That's right. I'm going to zoom in even more so you guys can see this. Can we get my mug out of there? I just want to show this screen quickly here if we can. There we go. So this is from yesterday's traders. 22,808 from that New York NASDAQ. The next best trader in Real Trading yesterday was, and I say best, but it's just P&L. Who knows? They could have lost 12 today. 12.4 yesterday. 8.7, 8.7, 8.6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big days yesterday across the board at Real Trading. So congratulations. Number 10 yesterday, over $5,000 there yesterday from Real Trading. So that means a lot. Good days abound. What is it, F10 to get out of here?
F11.
Escape, F11 again. Hey, what's up? All right, so that's Nvidia. All right, ask me a question.
Yes, okay. So because Costco had its earnings yesterday, I saw this graphic that was talking about how Costco has never raised the price of its hot dog, and its founder literally was getting very threatening to the CEO, you better not raise the price of that hot dog. So Shawn, if there was any food item or food combo that you could protect from inflation, keep it the same price, what food item would it be? I know it's kind of a weird question, but I thought it might be kind of fun for a Friday.
No, I think it is fun. I think it's a really fun question. So for me, because we're talking fast food.
Yeah.
I mean, those Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches, have you had one?
I've never been to Chick-fil-A. I need to fix that.
I think we got to protect the pricing on that.
Okay.
I like to see, I haven't had Chipotle in a minute, but I like to see those stay where they are.
I like Chipotle.
And then my family, because we get real quick food, we're often out playing ball or something like that. We like to eat a little bit healthier. Subway, which is not necessarily super healthy, but you can get healthy options there. So I think Subway is pretty good there. You know what's been absolutely ridiculous for pricing? And we talked about this, and it's your fault.
Starbucks.
Because you're from Winnipeg?
Oh, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, what's up with the price of Slurpees?
They have gone up. I know they've gone up because I know what one used to be with tax, and now I know what one is with tax.
That was an aggressive
point. Well, I'm getting really upset. Yeah. When I was in my youth, you could get a medium Slurpee with tax, $1.99. If you had a toonie, you just put that toonie. Sorry, toonie is a $2 coin for people not in Canada. You put your toonie on the counter. They give you your Slurpee. All is good. Now with tax, for a medium Slurpee, $2.69.
I was gonna say because
$2.69.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't like that.
What about you? If you could protect the price of one item?
I'm not going to say Slurpee because that's way too on the nose. I'll Honestly, that's a good question. I should have thought of an answer.
What was your question?
Well, I think Starbucks.
Okay. Just,
I mean, a Starbucks, I like the matcha frappuccino.
oh my God, we forgot to do that.
So if you can keep that at a good price, I would like that. Or, I mean,
We're supposed to get you guys that.
I forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, Ramin said McDonald's fries, so I will shout out
That's a
Ramin's
good one.
answer.
That's a hot one.
Good
That's a
answer
hot-
as well.
that's a hot
McDonald's fries. And then maybe also, you know what, I'm going to say, why not Chipotle as well?
I want everyone to put in the chat what they think, because we're going to do roll call in just a couple seconds, because we are over. So let's see what everybody else thinks there in the chat. I would like to also protect the price of beef. Because if that gets too carried away, then how are we going to have our ribeyes? Because we still have to meet up with Chef Joe. And I don't want to bankrupt anybody, but we're going to be drinking and having some. What did you get over there, Ramin? What is that over there? Oh, you got Starbies by yourself today. Okay, I like that. You got sent something. Oh, scented candle. Is that scented candle? Oh, she got some acai over there. Okay.
Oh, acai.
Okay, she's so fancy. All right, let's go for roll call right now because we got to get the heck out of here. All right, let me see what people are saying here. Adara is a savant. Need to take her to the casino.
Well, I have an eidetic memory, so that.
Oh, we have that up there now, so I can't highlight what. All right, I don't mind that. All right, let's keep it on there. All right, Bears versus Bulls. Keep it going. We'll have it. Chipotle, Monty G says as well. He just wants McDonald's or Burger King, says CompuCare. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Big Mac guy at McDonald's. How about you, Adara?
I like the children's cheeseburger.
Lame. Okay. Gatorade. That's pretty fun.
That's a good
they're
answer.
from Huckleberry. What's your favorite Gatorade color?
Lime, lemon lime, yellow, green.
I was going to say lime. I thought you were going to say something else. You can say lame again. All right. No Chick-fil-A for Adara. Yeah, we will have to fix that.
I want to try it.
That's not that far from here right now, so we will go get there. Real tacos, yeah, for sure. Cheeseburger and... Wait, one cheeseburger with fries at Chick-fil-A is $26 here in Manhattan? Come on, I don't care. I don't believe that. All right, I am on the screen. Yes, you are, Rivian Millionaire right there. You are on the screen. Bears versus Bulls. Hey, Bears versus Bulls, what about you? What food for you? I want to hear about Bears versus Bulls, what he's all about. 2 tacos for 99 cents at Jack in the Box. Make sure you are near plumbing, potentially.
Same to Taco Bell.
I mean, 2 tacos for 99 cents. I mean...
Taco Bell's the same way.
Yeah, what's up? Where's Bear? Oh,
Takis.
Taki. Are those little chips?
Those little chippies. The chippies that are spicy, yeah.
My kids are all about that too, as well. All right, look, thank you so much. Let's wrap this up. That was an abbreviated roll call. Thank you so much to everybody who stayed late for us on a Friday. That definitely means a lot. Adair and I have a lot of fun doing the show. I hope you can see that.
We have so much fun.
We have a lot of fun throughout the day here. This is day trading. It can get stressful, but always relaxing here on the Market Recap Show as we just sit back, chill out, go over some important earnings, go over some releases. It's going to be a big week next week with CrowdStrike. You talked about that. Lululemon in the dumpster. Then we've got GameStop the week after that. We have some crazy Nvidia moves happening on the split. So I am super pumped up, man. Like, I cannot wait. Bring on Nvidia like $100, $150. Your boy is going to go insane trading those stocks.
Yeah.
We're really excited to do that. But yeah, man, now I'm excited for some Chick-fil-A. I have no idea what the wife has ready to go for dinner tonight, but I have a request from my kids, ribs. But the thing about ribs is I can only make them on the weekend because they gotta braise, they gotta get in the oven there, they gotta slow cook, then you gotta throw them on the barbecue after that, get a nice little crispy top to them. Ooh-wee, we like that. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast. That's Adara. She's in green today. She rallied the market at the end of the day. So
all this blazer.
Thanks for that, Adara. I mean, wish I would have known you were going to do that. I'm Shawn Katina. That's Ramin over there. That's Fabian over there. You saw Brendan walk by. Obi's over there somewhere. Everyone's partying. That's Adara. This is I. There's our empty chairs.
Brendan.
There's Brendan over there. What's up, Brendan? Give a wave. Put it back. He's going to give a wave. I want to make sure everyone notices where Brendan is. Hey, Brendan. There he is. There. Oh, Brendan. He's saying that piece means peace out. Get out of here. So we got to get out of here.
So fun, yeah.
Right now. For everybody here, including Brendan, I'm Shawn. That's Adara. Fabian and Ramin are here as well. We will see you at 8:30 on Monday. Check out the podcast. It drops tomorrow. Freedom and Wealth. Google it on every podcast streaming service available. Ciao.
Bye.